When I first saw these on the shelf, I knew I had to get this set immediately because I love Aladdin. We don't have, we have several Aladdin possibilities out there on eBay. I didn't really care about this set because you see these at the Dollar Tree all the time, the little Stitch figures. And this set, I'm not a big fan of the Lion King, just to be honest with you, but I am a huge fan of Timon and Pumbaa. I think they're hilarious, but when it was $15, I said, nah. When it was on clearance for $9, I said, nah. For $5, I said, okay. Now, they do have some more sets on the shelf, but once again, it's the more modern stuff. If we're celebrating Disney's 100, where's the stuff we have never gotten action figures of, or at least not a lot of them? Like Pinocchio, for instance, or Jungle Book. I was about to say Jungle King. The Jungle Book. Where are those action figures? I mean, there's a lot of older Disney stuff from the last 100 years that just does not get put into plastic form. At least not enough, and not with this kind of detail. What am I talking about? Well, other than Timon, the other figures do have articulation. He's in his little smuck looking attitude, like he's like, oh yeah. He's very arrogant, I guess you can say, but he's hilarious. Things always happen to him because of his attitude. He does have some articulation. I just realized that. So his head does have articulation, but other than that, that's scary. It's like the whole Linda Blair thing. I don't see any other points of articulation on Timon. Let's go ahead and get out of the way. Whatever the heck his name is. Like I said, I saw the movie. I'm like, not a fan. Everybody else is like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest movie ever. I'm like, no, it's not. So, whatever his name, Nala, Simba, maybe it's Simba. Like I said, I watched Timon and Pumbaa, the cartoon. It was so funny. I think it was on Fox, wasn't it? Back in the 90s. But this character, not so much. Now here's one of the funniest characters. Oh my gosh, Pumbaa is hilarious. Now, I do have a Pumbaa figure, but I look at this, I was like, do I really want to upgrade my Pumbaa figure to this? Wow, okay, so mine opens its mouth, and that's about it. It doesn't have much more it can do. This one, evidently, oh, you can make it like he's like, he's flattened out. Like, sometimes he gets flattened out, like, oh, like he'll spin out, and yeah, you could do the flatten out thing. That's awesome. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even know those hinges were there until just now. I was like picking up one. Whoa, he's got hinges. I didn't even notice those. All right, so his articulation is his back legs. Well, let's just look at one side, I guess, at a time. It does have a well, like a wheel well, but it's a leg well. So it's going to give it some limitation on articulations. I guess if you put it out to the side, you can get some more, but not really. I mean, it kind of is the same hindrance for the back leg. The front leg, he can move it up like he's about to give some high five to Timon. Give me a high five. There we go. And he can go back that far. That's it because of the leg well, I guess you can call it. Even if you put the leg out to the side, it doesn't go back any farther. Farther. Yeah, I said farther, right. It does go back up a little bit farther, though. But, I mean, the thing right for that is that you can flatten out. Because he does do that every now and then. Oh, that is great. I just didn't know he did that. That's wonderful. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't know he did all this articulation at all, or I may have bought this earlier. I just kind of thought, it's just the same thing we already got back in the 90s. His head's on a ball joint. His mouth opens. I swear it's like you can almost see a bug stuck down in there. And it's one big old mouth right there. It's like he can eat Timon if he wanted to. Perish the thought. Now mine's got some paint scrapings off of it, but it's because it's in this crappy packaging that allows little kids with their little boogers to touch my toy that I'm going to get. So that's like, that could have just been it being dragged on the floor by some stupid kid, like, sitting in the package and being dragged across the floor. Yeah, so that, I don't know if I could fault Mattel for that, but I can fault them for making a bad package. All right, so this side right here, that leg goes back that far and forward. So it's about at 90 degrees total. And of course, the hinge feature, which normally you don't see on these. At least mine from the 90s doesn't do that. He can almost do 360 degrees because of this, but he can't. It stops right there. This is going to be a big abrupt stop. So Did you pick these up whenever they were out at $15, or did you wait like I did? Originally, they were $14.97. Of course, this is the reason I bought it. Tim, not so much, but he's here, so might as well have to deal with him. I don't remember him ever being in the Lion, or not. He was in the Lion King, but he wasn't in the, I don't think he was in the Timon and Pumbaa show. I don't remember him ever being in there. But he was in the Lion King. He was the baby that would become the big lion, eating bugs somehow, which doesn't make sense, because if you're going to become a lion, I don't think you're going to be big and strong eating bugs. Eat the bugs. All right, well, y'all have a great day, and Akuda Matata.